Hi, welcome to another live trading session with Optionables. I'm Saket and today we are going to go through the expiry day trade. As you guys know that on expiry day we will be usually taking 3 trades and plus some discretionary trades. So the 3 trades are one at 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So today if we had just gone buy system it would be a loss because our 10 o'clock trade gave a profit, whereas the trades taken at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, especially the 1 o'clock trade, it hit the stop loss on 2 sides. So there were 2 sides where it hit the the 2 o'clock trade hit the stop loss on 2 sides. So 1 o'clock trade would have given us profits, whereas there would be a huge loss with 2 o'clock trade. So overall we would have ended with a loss, but thanks to discretionary trading we did end with some profits. So let's go through the day and see how the market moved, and we will also see how positions were adjusted and how we ended with a profit. So the day started with a gap down, and SGX Nifty was trading around 250 points down in the beginning itself, and this was followed by Nifty where it opened around 200 points gap down, and then the market did consolidate there itself for close to 1 hour. So around 10:15 till 10:15, 10:30 you didn't see any move come. So post which itself you witness some strong buying coming in. So for the first 1 hour the market more or less consolidated, and we had entered a short straddle at 10 o'clock at 35,600, and we had purchased the hedge and kept a stop loss. And after 1 hour around 11:15 to 11:30, so during that time, because first 1 hour after we entered the trade it was full day of consolidation, a full hour of consolidation, and then we witnessed some strong buying coming in. Bank Nifty bounced all the way from 35,600 to 36,300, that is close to almost 700 points within just matter of 2 to 3 hours. By 1 o'clock we were witnessing Bank Nifty trading at 36,300, which is almost 700 points above the price it was trading 2 hours back. So here again at 1 o'clock we took one more short straddle, and here we did use some discretionary trades where we booked some profits from 35,600. So we had done that short straddle and we had purchased the hedge of 36,100. So we booked some profits from 36,100 CE, and then we did a 36,200 straddle for 1 o'clock. So 36,200 straddle did again give us good profits because market just started falling from there and it never really looked back. So where we actually went to a problem was during the 2 o'clock trade. So 2 o'clock trade became a huge issue because we took the 2 o'clock trade where we shorted 36,000 calls and puts. Market bounced back almost 150 points from there. It went all the way to 36,160, around the range of 36,150 to 160, and the call side stop loss got triggered. So after the call side stop loss got triggered, the market further started crashing down, and this was a huge problem because we had a put leg also which was sold, and the call leg had already hit the stop loss. We had the put leg which was sold, and in case if the stop loss was hit on both sides, we would lose somewhere close to 200 points because we had kept a stop loss of close to 100 points on P and CE, and we had kept a stop loss close to again around 120 points on PE. So the amount to be lost was pretty high, and so what we did was we started taking some reference trades where we started shorting 36,300 calls, 36,200 calls and 36,400 calls. So we started shorting calls aggressively. So we added on more of 36,200 calls. So after we started adding on 36,200 calls, we saw that the market further started coming down, and now we were convinced that maybe market won't go above 36,000 from here because there was lot of open interest build up at 36,000 calls. So there was one more mistake which we did is we should have got down the stop loss for 36,000 PE, which we didn't. So that was one mistake, because when we saw that the market was crashing, we should have seen which is the close by support level, and we should have got down our stop losses there. It was still kept at 245, which was very high, and which was again it from somewhere close to 40. If it goes to 245, that's not really good. So we didn't do that. With that, we could have further improved on the profits, but the thing is, what we rather did was we started shorting more of calls. Then we slowly shifted to 36,000 calls, and then we started shorting 35,900 calls. Then we started shorting 35,800 calls. So it was a gradual shift from all the way from 36,200 to 35,800. So we started shorting calls, covered the calls, again went to lower calls, again covered those calls, went to lower calls. So we did this throughout the range, and even though the Bank Nifty, where we had around 4,500 quantity, we lost on that 4,500 quantity, we lost somewhere close to 100 points, which means it is close to 4.5 lakh, which we have lost just because of that single PE. So we could hold on to that entire loss because we kept on shorting call options. So we shorted lot of call options, and all the call options gave us good money, and we could still hold on to the profits. Otherwise, the overall system based trade would have gone to loss, but since we did discretionary trades where we started shorting calls, we could end in profits. So we only take discretionary trades on Thursdays because it's expiry, and options lose all the time value and they trade at intrinsic value. So that will, out of money options trade at 0, and that will give us lot of opportunity. So that is for today's trade. We could have done lot of things to make sure that we could have ended over around 3.5-4 lakh. It was quite possible, but during the last hour, that to last 15-20 minutes was completely messed up, and it was a good thing that we did manage to end in profits. Even that was not guaranteed because the market was so volatile, anything could have happened then, but it's a good thing that we did still manage to end in profits. And tomorrow is Friday again. We'll stick on to the same system and see how the trading goes. Anyways, thank you for joining so much, and please do subscribe to the channel, and there is also in the link in description you also have links to joining the Telegram channel, WhatsApp group, and there is also links to followers. Thank you so much for joining.